Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary and I am so excited for you to be here with me today. We are keeping on with this declutter series. I am loving it so much. If you haven't seen any of the previous videos, I'll make sure to have the series linked down below for you guys. But we are keeping on with it. Today we are going to dive into the bronzers and I am so excited about it. If you guys are new to the channel, hi, welcome. If you guys like makeup related videos, I would love for you to like the video, feel free to subscribe, introduce yourself down below. I would love to meet you. And yeah, let's just get into it. I'm gonna get you guys switched around here so you can see the makeup. You ready for the next one, Joe? You do like bronzers as much as I like bronzers? You don't need it. Look at this beautiful bronze you got on your face. You're gorgeous. You don't need no makeup, Joseph. Okay, we are all set up here for the next declutter and we are doing bronzers. So I've set them all out here already. Oh, and I did not move these away from our last one. So let me push those aside. Okay, move those out of the way. But for bronzers, we're gonna just keep doing what we've been doing here. And we've got an alley bag here for the products we're gonna hang on to, a separate alley bag here for the products we'll be getting rid of, and then I may be creating a maybe pile for stuff I need to circle back on. So I think for bronzers, I'm gonna start in the cream category because I tend to really like those. And so what I've been doing with all of these videos is I've been trying to pull out the products that are like very obvious yeses for me. And for cream bronzer, the one that comes to mind, and I hope it's still around, I think it is. I think they've just kind of changed the packaging a little bit, but NYX makes these Wonder Sticks. And the one that I love the most, this thing is old, the lids are cracked, my goodness gracious. But this one here in WS04 Universal, I don't get a lot of use out of the highlighter stick, but as you can see here, oh my gosh, where is the product? This one here, this contour stick, I adore. I love the formula of it. I love the pigment of this one specifically. So this is definitely a keep. I need to dig on their site a little bit to see if I can find this specific one here because I love it so much. And then I've mentioned this in a couple of videos. I tried to order a replacement or pick up a replacement and I messed up. I did not get the right one, but I have this Wonder Stick that's also in the shade WS01 light medium. Again, it comes with that like brightening side here. I don't use those. I could, but I just don't. But this one has a much deeper, much cooler tone to it that I don't use personally too much on myself, but it is a very beautiful, deep, cool contour shade. And I love this formula so much. Honestly, what I think could be so fun with these sticks is, I don't know if it makes the most sense to do, but I've mentioned it here a little bit, is my end dream goal anticipation for a lot of these products is to maybe put them into like a makeup kit. And I think it would be really cool to get a lot of these sticks and do the whole depotting of putting them into their own little, I don't remember what it's called, but I'll put up some little like inspo photos here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But like putting the creams into their own little like palette or container that you can pull from and put onto like a separate little mixing palette for clients and stuff like that. I love this formula so much that I think that could be good for something like that, but who knows. So love this NYX Wonder Stick formula, the cream bronzers especially. Not so much the lightening sticks or the brightening sticks. I have not used them much at all, but going to be holding on to that as well. Another cream one that I really enjoy is this one here by Kiko Milano. This is their Sculpting Touch Creamy Stick. Yes, it is almost similar to that NYX one that I really like. It's just a little bit softer, I would say. Kiko Milano is another one that I might look into that could be good for that same thing of like taking a little bit off and putting them into their own little like cream palette. I love the Kiko Milano brand, and I think that could be really good to have a couple of these for a potential kit. So we're keeping that. Let's take a look at this other one here, this cream stick here. This one is by Winky Lux. This is their bronzing stick in Golden Touch. And now when I first got this, I struggled to move it. I think my husband helped me out and was able to get it to move. Yes, there we go. I have not used this one too much. Ooh, little crusty. It's definitely slightly cooler than the other ones. I love bronzers. I love cream bronzers. I love them in stick form like this. But I think in comparison, I will get more use out of the Kiko and my NYX one for sure. I think I'm gonna get rid of this Winky Lux one. And then next for cream bronzers, I've got this Pacifica one here. They're Sun Dream Bronze in the shade Summer. This guy's deep. This shade is a deep shade. But I remember still being so impressed by it. So buttery. Ooh. Honestly, the more you move the product, the more it shears out. Very interesting. I was thinking I was gonna end up hanging on to that, but honestly, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. The way it's swatched is kind of patchy. The way it shears out as you rub it on, it feels like it wouldn't really dry down very well. I think we're gonna let that one go. I don't think I need that one. And the last one that is kind of a cream bronzer, this is like a cream to powder. It is the ColourPop in their Super Shock bronzer. This one is in the shade Isle Bet. I don't know how to pronounce the ISLE. Isles Bet. Let's open this guy up. So this one is very interesting because like to the touch is so buttery. And then as you blend it and it dries down on the face, it kind of becomes powdery, but it's so smooth. Yes. Ooh, I love that. I love how that feels. Yeah, it already is starting to feel a little bit more like a powdery product, but it's so soft. That one is beautiful. So that one is definitely a keep. Okay, so that's what I've got for cream products. So now we're gonna dive into the powder products. When looking at everything here that I've got in front of us, pulling out the like obvious, yes, for sure not gonna get rid of, is this one here. It's by Estetica. The printing on it is for sure wearing off. I've had this one for a while, so this might have to be more of a personal use one and not anything that could be for a kit. But I would consider repurchasing this one for a kit for sure. This one is just a favorite. The color is so nice. It's kind of a good in-between for contouring, but then warm enough that still provides like a nice glow bronze. And it just blends on the face so nicely. So definitely gonna be holding on to that one. Then, let's see here. I would say the next one that really stands out as an obvious keep is probably this one here by Catrice. I was never one to be much of like a glowy, like a shimmer glow bronzer kind of person. I kind of like them to be more matte, but I get it with this one especially. This is the Catrice Sun Lover Glow Bronze Powder. This is in their shade Sun Kissed Bronze. using this one in combination with another bronzer and just putting your glow where you want it, it is so beautiful. I enjoy this one so much. I don't know how well some of these swatches will show up for you guys. You can kind of see that I'm swatching it, but I don't know that all the sheens and the metallics and stuff will show for you. But this one is a beautiful bronzer. Definitely hanging on to that one. And then sitting right next to it, they honestly look very, very similar, but this is one by Flower. This is their Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer, and this is in the shade Sunrise. But this one is definitely a lot more cool toned, but it's the whole similar thing. It's a baked bronzer, has that whole marble effect to it. But honestly, it's not as cool. I mean, it's still cool, but it has the little shimmers in it as well that help bring a nice glow to the face. I love this one as well. It's very similar to the Catrice one, but again, just a little cooler. With it being cooler, I think it's a little bit more of a subtle glow. Love this one. This one is a beautiful, beautiful powder. From there, I'll really have to think about it as to the ones I do or don't want to hang on to. I think another one that I'll end up hanging on to, this is a more recent one in my collection, but it's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. I know that L'Oreal also just created blushes like this that people are really, really liking. So this one is from what I haven't used this one too often, but I think I remember really, really liking the formula. I mean, yeah, it feels really, really nice. Kind of similar in tone to my Aesthetica one. Ooh, interesting. Yes, I mean, I'm gonna hang on to this one. I like it a lot. I need to use it a little bit more, but that's a favorite for sure around the internet, and especially with their blushes and stuff. I think that's one that a lot of people really, really enjoy the formula on. Let's take a look at this one here. This one is by Believe Beauty. So I've had this one in my collection for a long, long time. I do remember really, really liking this one. Again, I was kind of shocked with it being kind of a more shimmery bronzer. That was something that I definitely didn't think I'd enjoy, but with this one as well, I do. I don't reach for this one as much anymore, probably just because I have a lot of other bronzers in my collection. I think it's time to let it go. It is a beautiful bronzer. A lot of the Believe Beauty products are amazing products, but it is very, very affordable. So I'm gonna let this one go. It is definitely an older product, and I can always repurchase it again if I miss it. But man, I mean, it's beautiful for sure. Let's take a look at another glowy one here. This is the Revlon Skin Lights. This is in their shade Sun-Kissed Beam. Okay. Honestly, it's a little, the tone is slightly different, but it's honestly really similar feeling and look-wise to the Believe Beauty one. It's got good pigment. It's got that shimmer to it. I need to use this one more often for sure. I think we're gonna hang on to this one. I think that's really, really pretty. So that's going in the keep bin. Then, let's take a look at this guy here. This is a newer one in the collection. This one's by NYX. This is their matte bronzer. This is in the shade Light. This one looks a little warmer than any of the matte bronzers that I have, at least in the pan. I like how it feels. I like the formula of it for sure. It is a little warmer, kind of like orangey. Is that a good way to describe it? In comparison to anything else that I've swatched here so far. So it is different. So I actually do really, really like that. I'm gonna keep this guy also. Then let's take a look at, next we've got this one here by I can never pronounce that. I always struggle with for some reason. FAO Schwartz. This is from the kids brand that I did, and I was so impressed by so many of those products. This is a very cool tone looking one, but it has a little bit of like a shimmer to it. I want to check something with this one. I'm not too sure what I think of it yet, but for some reason I think it is kind of similar to this bronzing palette that we held on to. I already went through my face palettes in here in my previous video, which was face palettes and setting powders, but I want to see how it compares to this one here. A little more cool. Yeah, okay, they're different. They're different. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to it. It's just different enough, and I'm gonna keep it. Then we've got this one here by CoverGirl in this is their CoverGirl True Blend So Flushed Bronzer in the shade Sunset Glitz. I think this one, yeah, this one looks like it has a little bit of a glow to it as well. I think the undertone was also a little bit different in this one in comparison to the ones I typically use. Definitely very soft when swatching. I think I want to keep it, so we're gonna keep it. Next up, we've got this one here by Milani. This is the Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade Sun Kissed. This one is a matte bronzer. How does that one compare to the NYX one? They're different, okay. Oh yeah, they're definitely different. It's a little bit lighter, I believe. Yes, it's a little lighter than the Aesthetica one that I really, really like. We're keeping this one too. And the last bronzer that I have is by Maybelline. It is their City Bronzer. This is in the shade 200. I don't see a specific shade name except for that it's 200. The tone on that one's a little bit different as well than what I've swatched. It has a little bit of a glow to it. Okay, yeah, we'll keep that one too. It's a little bit different, so I do like that. So we will hang on to that one as well. So there are all of our swatches. Honestly, I got through these bronzers a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. We'll still keep it as its own little separate video, just in case any of these other ones do take longer for me to go through. I think that'll be good to separate out the bronzers, the blushes, and the highlighters. But before I end this one, I'm gonna try to make it a goal to make sure that they actually all fit in here. If for any reason things aren't fitting in their place here, then I'll maybe make a decision to let something go. So let's put these in here, put our sticks in the front. I like to put this ColourPop one up here. These are all kind of our cream products. Then I try to put the bulkier ones more in the back. And I try to kind of keep similar shapes together too. And then I've got 2 spots left. And we don't fit. Oh no. Well, that's everything that fits in the bins. I need another bin. Okay. Okay, I'm so close. There's really only one that I cannot fit, so we'll just kind of do this. Close, very, very close. Just one that doesn't fit, but I don't want to get rid of any of them. And don't want to get rid of any of them. So that's the bronzers. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, I would love for you guys to give the video a big thumbs up. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And stick around for our next video here where we'll dive into the blushes. And that's gonna be everything for me. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And if you wanna be notified of the next time that I post, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be notified. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!